Right, so if you're an illustrator, you want to take the pencil tool or the pen, not the brush. The brush doesn't do the same effect, but the pencil does. So you take the pencil and you draw. I cannot draw, but you draw a person, and then that's how I draw. Oops. So, and then you save them as, you can send me Illustrator files, I can convert them to SVG. But the important thing is that they're all paths here. See, I'll show you the pen too. If I do something with the pen, that works too. Okay, so I click off here to get rid of it. Okay. However, if I take the brush tool, it needs a new layer for the brush. Oh, that's perfect. Brush doesn't even work in SVG because it won't make SVGs. So that's awesome. Don't use brush. And you can also use probably this, the shapes here. Let's see how that all comes up. And see how they're all on little paths on the layer. Now if you use the shape tool or the line tool, let's go back to this one. So I make all these rectangles here. I'll take one of them and go to stroke here, and usually they come as a cap in the corner as a straight. You want to curve them, because if you leave them straight, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to leave them straight on this rectangle here, and I'll show you what happens. So this is the straight one. These were all rounded. If I zoom in, see how these were rounded? But this one is straight. And let's also make them different. Hold Alt to drag another one, and I'll make them thicker. Make this one thicker to show you how how it draws the difference between the straight edge like that and a curved edge like that. So now we're ready to save. Save it as an SVG file right here, SVG, not Illustrator. And there's image 3. Save. Okay. And I go, and then now I'll show you what happens in this software here. Add new image. Image 3. Yeah. So remember, this was a shape tool. See how it shows up broken up, but the curved one doesn't, so that's why you want to do the curved one. And we play it. Okay, so did you see how the pencil worked and the shapes worked and the pen tool worked? So everything's good. So that's the tools you want to use. I'll show you that if you open a new Illustrator file and you use a brush tool, it won't work. This is the brush. It no longer is going to work. I'm going to save it as SVG. I'm going to name it image 4 and take it to live scribe. And see, it kind of draws it, but then it goes back over it. It draws the outline of the line, and then it fills it in. So that doesn't work. We don't want it going over everything twice. I'll show you again what it does. See how it goes over once and then goes back around its shape? and then it's going to fill it in. We don't want that. That takes too long and it doesn't look good. As opposed to the one that we drew with pencil or other shapes. See how it already draws this thick line and only goes over once each shape, not twice. Now I've also traced some stuff with a tracing tool, like I got this car online and I just hit trace and it does the same thing. It doesn't work because it goes over each line sometimes twice, and it just draws here then draws there. It doesn't really work, so you have to actually draw it in Illustrator. And what you can do in Illustrator to draw something is it's a picture. So it's a picture. Don't use this live trace because if you do, the layers here are all messed up. It's too many layers and they're all little parts and you'd have to rearrange all layers because they don't go in order. So the best thing is to have a simpler drawing and just keep it as a picture. And then lock this layer. Right click on it and go here. Should say template. And then make a new layer. And take your either brush, pen tool or pencil, and just go over this thing. And now change this to stroke. And if you want to see a different color while you're painting, while you're tracing, you just make it red. And then you just trace the whole car in the order that you would draw it normally. Or use the pencil, not pen, but pencil, to go over that. Okay, and then just save it and send it to me. If you don't know how to convert it to SVG, it's fine, I'll convert it. But if you would like to convert it to SVG, just go File, Save As, and just click, instead of here at Adobe Illustrator, just not SVG compressed, but SVG right here. Live Trace Outline, Pencil. And this should be just SVG, don't compress it, leave it as SVG1, and this is SVG, oops. And hit OK, and embed, hit OK. And we're going to go our live trace SVG, and it brings in the, I only did this part of the car, so we're just going to draw that. That's the roof of our car. So, perfect. Alright, so hopefully this helps. Let me know if you have any questions.